Oil prices soaring. West Texas crude now hovering around $100 a barrel. You can see this chart over time. The last time it was this high was when Russia invaded Ukraine.
Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that the price of your next car just increased by $3,000, $5,000, maybe even $10,000. Not because the car changed, not because the technology improved, and not because demand suddenly exploded, but because a war thousands of miles away quietly disrupted the global oil system. Right now, a conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran is shaking one of the most important energy regions on Earth. Nearly 20% of the world's oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow shipping route that sits right in the middle of this tension. If that flow slows down or stops, the shock doesn't just hit gas stations. It ripples through manufacturing, shipping, supply chains, and the global car market. Fuel prices rise, production costs climb, supply chains break, and suddenly the price of the vehicle sitting in a dealership showroom starts to change. In today's video, we're going to break down how a war in the Middle East could quietly reshape the US auto industry, and why the next car you buy might become far more expensive than you expect. Why oil wars affect cars. Oil wars matter to the auto industry because cars are one of the largest consumers of oil in the global economy. According to the International Energy Agency, IEA, transportation accounts for around 60% of total global oil consumption, and road vehicles, cars, SUVs, trucks, and buses make up nearly 75% of that transportation demand. That means when oil supply becomes unstable due to war, sanctions, or shipping disruptions, the automotive industry feels the impact almost immediately. The most visible effect is fuel prices. Crude oil typically represents 50 to 60% of the price of gasoline, so when oil jumps from $80 to $100 per barrel, gasoline prices often rise sharply within weeks. This quickly changes consumer behavior, pushing buyers away from large SUVs and trucks towards smaller cars, hybrids, and fuel-efficient vehicles. But fuel is only part of the story. Modern vehicles rely heavily on petroleum-based materials. Plastics used in dashboards, bumpers, and interior components account for about 10% of a vehicle's total weight, and most of these plastics are derived from oil. Synthetic rubber used in tires, seals, and hoses is also petroleum-based, while lubricants, adhesives, and wiring insulation all depend on oil-derived chemicals. Even manufacturing itself is energy-intensive. Producing a single vehicle typically requires 30 to 50 barrels of oil equivalent in energy across the supply chain. Because of this deep dependency, every major oil shock, from the 1973 oil crisis to the 2008 price spike, has triggered major shifts in the global car market, fuel prices, and consumer behavior. One of the fastest ways a war affects the auto industry is through fuel prices, and consumer behavior reacts almost immediately.
One of the major impacts of this war that's being felt here at home, gas prices rising even higher overnight, now up more than 33 cents in the week since the start of the war.
Since tensions escalated in the Middle East, U.S. gasoline prices jumped about 14% within a single week, while crude oil surged above $90 per barrel. Energy analysts warn that if supply disruptions worsen, oil could move toward $110 to $120 per barrel, which historically pushes gasoline prices sharply higher across the United States. Fuel prices matter because they directly influence what people choose to buy. In the US, the average new pickup truck or large SUV typically consumes 20 to 25 miles per gallon, while compact sedans often reach 35 to 40 miles per gallon. When gasoline becomes expensive, that difference in fuel economy suddenly becomes a major financial factor for buyers. History shows this pattern very clearly. During the 2008 oil price spike, crude oil briefly reached $147 per barrel, and U.S. gasoline prices climbed above $4 per gallon for the first time. Within months, sales of large SUVs and pickup trucks dropped sharply, while demand for compact cars, hybrids, and fuel-efficient vehicles surged. The Toyota Prius became one of the most sought-after vehicles in the country during that period, with waiting lists at dealerships across the United States. This behavioral shift happens because rising fuel costs don't just increase the cost of driving, they change how consumers calculate the total cost of owning a vehicle. And when that calculation changes, the entire car market begins to shift with it. Supply chain. Chaos wars in the Middle East don't just affect oil prices, they can also disrupt the global supply chains that keep the auto industry running. Right now, tensions around Iran have created major uncertainty across shipping routes in the Persian Gulf, one of the most important maritime corridors for global trade. Reports indicate that around 3,200 commercial ships have been delayed or forced to reroute in the region as security risks and military activity increase. Insurance premiums for ships entering the Gulf have surged, and many shipping companies are slowing traffic or avoiding certain routes entirely. That disruption quickly translates into longer delivery times and higher costs. On several global shipping routes connected to the region, container delivery times have already increased by 10 to 14 days, while freight costs have risen by $2,000 to $4,000 per container because of higher fuel costs, insurance premiums, and longer routes. For the automotive industry, which depends on tightly coordinated global supply chains, even small delays can create serious problems. Modern vehicles contain thousands of components sourced from multiple countries, and many of those parts move through global shipping networks before reaching assembly plants. Delays in shipping can affect critical components such as semiconductors, which control everything from engine management to driver assistance systems, electronic modules used in infotainment and safety systems. Lithium-ion battery components used in electric vehicles. The industry has already seen how fragile this system can be. During the 2021 semiconductor shortage, production disruptions caused automakers to cut output by more than 10 million vehicles globally. When supply chains slow down, factories don't just produce cars later, sometimes they stop production entirely. And when production slows, the ripple effects reach dealerships, vehicle inventories shrink, and prices across the market start to climb. Rising manufacturing costs. Oil doesn't just power cars, it also helps build them. When oil prices surge during geopolitical conflicts, the cost of manufacturing vehicles begins to rise across the entire automotive supply chain. A modern car contains more than 30,000 individual parts, and many of those components rely on petroleum-derived materials. Plastics alone account for roughly 10 to 15% of a vehicle's total weight, and nearly all automotive plastics, dashboards, bumpers, interior panels, wiring covers, and trim pieces are produced from oil-based petrochemicals. Synthetic rubber is another major dependency. Tires, seals, hoses, and vibration dampers use rubber made from petroleum feedstocks. A typical vehicle contains around 200 pounds, 98 kilograms of rubber components, much of it synthetic. Even the invisible parts of a vehicle depend on oil. Wiring insulation, adhesives used in body assembly, sound deadening materials, lubricants used in engines and transmissions, and protective coatings all originate from petrochemical refining processes. When crude oil rises from $70 to $80 per barrel toward $100 or higher, the cost of these materials increases across multiple stages of production. Energy costs also rise. Automotive factories consume massive amounts of electricity, heat, and industrial fuel. Producing a single car requires the equivalent of 30 to 50 barrels of oil worth of total energy across the supply chain, including steel production, parts manufacturing, and vehicle assembly. Transportation costs increase as well. Components move across continents before final assembly, and higher diesel prices immediately raise logistics expenses. For automakers operating on tight margins, these rising costs can quickly erode profitability. The typical profit margin in the global auto industry often sits between 5% and 10%, meaning even moderate increases in material or logistics costs can have a significant impact. When this happens, manufacturers usually respond in three ways. Vehicle prices increase to pass costs onto consumers. Production slows as companies adjust supply and demand. New vehicle launches are delayed to control financial risk. That's why oil shocks don't just affect gas stations, they eventually show up in the price tags inside dealership showrooms. Used car market effects. When economic shocks hit the automotive industry, the used car market often becomes the first place buyers turn. Geopolitical conflicts that push oil prices higher can quickly create broader economic pressure. When crude oil rises above $100 per barrel, transportation, manufacturing, and logistics costs increase across the entire economy. If prices climb toward $150 to $200 per barrel, economists warn that major economies face a significantly higher risk of inflation spikes and recession. When that happens, consumer behavior changes fast. The average price of a new car in the United States is already around $48,000, while the average used vehicle sells for roughly $27,000 to $30,000 depending on market conditions. When economic uncertainty rises, many buyers simply cannot justify the higher cost of a new vehicle. Financing also becomes more expensive during economic shocks. Interest rates on new car loans in the US have recently climbed to around 7 to 9% on average, while borrowers with weaker credit often face rates above 10 to 12%. Higher fuel prices and inflation reduce household disposable income, making monthly car payments harder to manage. As a result, many buyers shift toward the used market, where the total purchase price is lower and financial risk feels more manageable. History shows this pattern clearly. During the 2008 financial crisis, new car sales in the United States collapsed from about 16 million vehicles per year to under 10 million, while the used car market remained far more stable. Similar behavior appeared during the 2020 pandemic disruption, when used car demand surged and prices rose dramatically due to supply shortages. In uncertain economic environments, used cars often become the safe market for consumers. Buyers delay major purchases, choose cheaper vehicles, and try to minimize long-term financial commitments. So when global events like war push energy prices higher, the ripple effects don't just hit oil markets, they reshape how people buy cars altogether. EV acceleration. One of the most interesting long-term effects of oil shocks is that they often accelerate the shift toward electric vehicles. Transportation currently consumes around 60% of the world's oil, and road vehicles alone account for nearly half of global oil demand. Because of this dependency, every major spike in oil prices forces both consumers and governments to rethink how vehicles are powered. When gasoline prices rise sharply, the economics of electric vehicles suddenly become far more attractive. For example, when crude oil prices surged to $147 per barrel during the 2008 oil crisis, gasoline in the United States climbed above $4 per gallon for the first time in history. During that period, interest in hybrid vehicles surged dramatically, and the Toyota Prius became one of the most in-demand vehicles in the US market, with waiting lists forming at many dealerships. The same pattern has repeated in recent years. As oil prices climbed during global energy disruptions, EV adoption accelerated. In 2023 alone, more than 14 million electric vehicles were sold worldwide, accounting for roughly 18% of global new car sales. Governments also respond to oil shocks by pushing electrification policies more aggressively. Higher fuel prices increase public support for EV incentives, charging infrastructure investment, and stricter emissions regulations. For automakers, this creates both pressure and opportunity. Companies that rely heavily on gasoline vehicles face rising fuel economy demands, while manufacturers investing in electric platforms can position themselves for a future where transportation depends less on oil. Over time, widespread EV adoption has the potential to significantly reduce global oil demand, a shift that energy analysts believe could reshape the global oil market over the next several decades. In other words, the same oil shocks that disrupt the car industry today may also speed up the transition toward a completely different kind of automotive future. What happens if the war expands? The real danger for the global economy and the auto industry appears if the conflict expands further across the Middle East. Energy analysts warn that the region sits at the center of the world's most critical oil infrastructure. The Persian Gulf alone accounts for about 1/3 of global seaborne oil exports, and nearly 20% of the world's total oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz. If military escalation disrupts that corridor, oil markets could react violently. Several financial institutions have modeled worst-case scenarios where crude oil prices surge above $150 per barrel, levels not seen since the extreme volatility surrounding the 2008 energy crisis. Some projections suggest prices could briefly approach $180 to $200 per barrel if supply disruptions become severe. Such a shock would ripple through the entire global economy. Energy costs influence transportation, manufacturing, food production, and logistics. When oil spikes dramatically, inflation often rises across multiple sectors at the same time. Central banks may respond by keeping interest rates higher for longer, which increases borrowing costs for businesses and consumers. For the auto industry, that combination is particularly dangerous. Vehicle purchases are heavily dependent on financing. In the United States, over 80% of new cars are purchased using loans or leases. When interest rates rise and economic uncertainty grows, consumers often delay large purchases like vehicles. History shows how quickly this can impact the industry. During the 2008 global financial crisis, US vehicle sales collapsed from about 16 million units per year to just over 10 million, one of the steepest drops in modern automotive history. Several major automakers required government bailouts to survive. If a major energy shock emerges from a wider Middle East conflict, the same pattern could repeat. Higher fuel prices, rising inflation, expensive financing, and economic uncertainty could combine into a powerful slowdown, shrinking vehicle demand, reducing production, and pushing the global auto industry into another period of instability. A war in the Middle East might seem far removed from the cars sitting in American dealerships, but the connection is far stronger than most people realize. Oil prices influence fuel costs, manufacturing materials, transportation, and global supply chains. When those prices rise, the effects ripple through the entire automotive system. Fuel becomes more expensive. Supply chains slow down. Vehicle prices rise. And consumer behavior begins to change. History has shown this pattern again and again, from the 1973 oil crisis to the 2008 energy shock. Every major disruption in the oil market eventually reshapes the car industry. If tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate, the next major shift in the global auto market may already be beginning. And that's why understanding the connection between geopolitics, energy, and cars is more important than ever. If you want more deep insights about car markets, hidden ownership costs, and the forces that shape the automotive industry, make sure to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to Bidding for Autos. Because sometimes the biggest changes in the car market start far away from the road.